Hey guys, Mike from Han Cycles back again. I wanted to share with you another sales video. This would be for September 15th through October 15th. I know last video I was going to try to get these videos out a little more frequently, but with fourth quarter coming up and my wife and I doing both Amazon and FBA as well as working full-time jobs and other volunteer activities, we're maxed out, so this is the best that I could do. Anyways, hope you enjoy this. First item that I sold is a Junko Jeans polo shirt. And Junko Jeans, as many of you might know, are skateboard specific jeans. People collect these. I've sold a couple of pairs of them in this last year for I think one was like $40 and one was like $60, so they're highly sought after, and I saw this polo shirt and thought, hey, maybe that would be pretty collectible as well, and it was. I did accept a best offer of $29.95 on it after paying $3 for it. Next up is these I always look for baseball caps that could be collectible or be of interest to people, and I know that the baseball game promotions, this is a San Francisco Giants Italian night, and I know like these are promotional items that are given away free, but only to like maybe the first 10,000 people, and maybe there's 30,000 people there, so only a third of them got them. So this was brand new. I paid $2 for it. I accepted a best offer of $24.95, so pretty good return on investment. Next up, if you've seen any of my past videos, you know about my find of these few cases of these Margaret Keane Big Eyes cards with the whole movie that came out last year starring Amy Adams. I've got tons and tons of these, and they tend to sell pretty well. Although, you know, as people forget about the movie, they'll probably trickle down, and eventually I might have to redonate some of them. So there's another one of those, and I'll probably just skip right through those. There's another one. This was a really cool shirt. I had tons of watchers on it for months and months. This is a t-shirt. It's a distressed t-shirt. And it is for the movie Bullet, starring Steve McQueen. It was a movie in the 1960s, very iconic. It had him driving, he was a cop, and he was driving this 1968 Mustang Fastback GT. Really cool car, really cool chase scenes. It took place, or was filmed in San Francisco, California. So anyways, had tons and tons of watchers, and I was asking $50 for it, and finally accepted a best offer of $42.95, so not bad for a $1.99 investment. And I had purchased Polaroid one-step camera from an estate sale or a garage sale for $3 like many months ago, and then finally I happened upon another one, and I decided to finally look them up and decided to lot them together. The deal with Polaroid one-steps is that Polaroid stopped making the films years ago, the film cartridges. Basically, the film cartridge stores the battery for the camera, so in order to test these you need to have the film cartridge, and the film is quite expensive. So I listed these guys as untested, and the funny story is the company that picked up where Polaroid left off, I think it's called the Impossible Project, they ended up purchasing these two cameras from me for $49.95. And it turns out that they take these cameras as well and restore them or recondition them and sell them for like triple the amount. So looks like I'm sort of in the middle of the food chain, but nice little profit for like a $6 investment. Here is a shirt that was sitting in my closet for years and years. It's just a basic Hurley button front shirt. Really nice colors, nice design. It's just happened to be way too big for me. It's a double XL, so I just sold it for a very low price, $14.95, and was glad to get it out of my closet. Here's yet another item that was sitting in my closet for years and years. I paid $7 for this. I specifically remember from Supergo. Supergo is a mountain bike / road bike bicycling superstore, and they always have closeouts, and I used to always buy jerseys from them, and I happened to drop a few sizes in weight, so this ended up being way too big for me, so sold that for $19.95. Another Keen card. I'll just keep moving past those. And so I figured, since I sold the first two Polaroid cameras, that I found another set at an estate sale. The one on the left, this land camera one step with the Q light, I picked that up for $8. It had this separate light on the top that is like an option to add to it. And then this one here, this is just a basic one-step 600 land camera. They had so many different models of these things throughout the years. This one with the Q light happened to have all the original manuals and everything, so I ended up lotting these together just like the first set and selling them for $89.95. So I was pretty happy with that. Here is a deck of cards. You know, they say when you start out on eBay to always go through your own items that you have laying around the house. This sat in my desk drawer for probably a good 5 years, and I got these for free from a place that I worked, and they are some cards that you build. You put them together, have little slots, and you band them together, and they have like artwork on each card. Designed by Charles and Ray Eames, who are famous furniture designers from the 1950s, I believe. They designed a bunch of iconic pieces, classic pieces for Herman Miller. So I just put these up, and they sold for $29.95. Here's kind of like a sampling of some of the arts and imagery. So you have the slots everywhere, and you kind of build you know, different designs from them. So that was a nice little sale. Sold to somebody in the UK. Here's just your basic Ralph Lauren polo button-up dress shirt, double XL. I picked it up because it was a larger size. It seems to me that they sell a little bit better. Just a nice clean you know, plaid blue shirt. It was in really good condition. Got $24.95 for that. My last month's video ended on a Nike Dry Fit polo shirt. Here is yet another one. I only pick these up if they are you know, unusual or interesting looking. This one had a two-way color scheme, front and back. I'll show you the back here. It was in really good condition. Got the little embroidered swoosh there. It was a 2XL. So that helped it, as well as the two-way color scheme. So $19.95, not a big sale, but nonetheless, you know, these sell pretty well if you can get interesting and in different larger sizes. I'll just skip over the Keen cards. There's yet another one. Here's a President Barack Obama mug, and it says "Made in the USA," and it actually has a little certificate of live birth. I know there's a whole thing about you know, where he was born. So anyways, I picked this up for 50 cents, sold it for $34.99. Nice little sale. And then if you've seen my past videos, you would know about the several perfumes that I picked up at a garage sale that were either new, sealed, or full. This one happened to be completely full, and ooh, pardon the photos, they're terrible. Anyways, this sold for $50. This is a discontinued white linen Estee Lauder that you know, I'm pretty sure it was pretty popular at one point in time, and you know, whoever had that probably wants to keep buying it, but Estee Lauder doesn't sell it anymore. So I always say pick up perfume when you're at garage sales or estate sales. Another Keen card, we'll just hop right over that. Here's a $1.99 shirt that I picked up. It is Michael Jackson, The Immortal World Tour. It's a Cirque du Soleil show, and it was a 2XL. Has some really nice splash graphics that start in the front, and let me show you the back. To continue on to the back, there was just one slight flaw. There was one small flaw where the graphics separated just a little bit on the side, but I disclosed that, and it didn't really bother the person, and they ended up buying it anyways. So $19.95, not bad for a $2 investment. Here is a Camelback. I paid $15 for this Camelback. It was like practically brand new, really good condition. I sold it for $69.95. Here's another brand that I look for, Orvis. Another, once again, it's a 2XL, larger size, just a plain, nice brown check button front shirt. Here's what the label looks like. Oops, my face is in the way. So these, you know, these shirts are pretty sought after. $29.95, not a bad sale. And then also just a little tip, I go to Nordstrom Rack not to buy, but just to scout out different men's shirts that are you know, high-end or selling for a lot of money. Bugatti Uomo is another one of those brands. These shirts, I saw like a whole rack of them, and the MSRP on these shirts was between $125 and $200 for these shirts. So I always look for them at thrift stores. This one was just a nice stripe, textured, had the diagonal pattern on the pocket, and then the front strip, and then the sleeves. So nice looking shirt with a good contrast. Again, a 2XL, that always helps. Sold it for $29.95. Next up, starting to get into footwear, different kinds of shoes, and found some really nice boots, snow boots. These things were brand new without tags. I'll show you the bottom. Look, they've never been worn, never been, at least outdoors. They're leather. They have this really nice faux sheepskin on the top. Didn't sell these for $79.95. I believe I took a $50 offer on these guys, so that was a really nice pickup. I think my wife paid like $6 for these, I want to say, but it wasn't much. I know she picked up a bunch of shoes and clothing and different items on a half off, and then she had another like punch card that had like another discount on it. So nice, really nice pickup. And then here is a pair of Bally dress shoes, made in Sweden, leather, full leather dress shoes. They had the really nice strap on the side. I ended up selling these for $25. I think they were like a $6 pickup, and it's kind of funny because I sold them, and then the next day the lady messaged me and said, "Hey, these are not 10.5s. They say they're 10." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. I'll just give you a full refund, and then I'll relist them." And then the next day she ended up selling. Oh, she said, "Oh, the actor tried them on and he said they fit just fine." And I said, "Great." So I tried to find out, well, what actor are you talking about? Is it somebody like well known? And I haven't heard back from her. So some actor is wearing these shoes somewhere, whether it be stage or screen. Anyways, it's kind of an interesting story. Another Keen card. And then if you've watched any of my past videos, you know about the box of parts, car parts that I picked up. Big crate of car parts for $40. A bunch of little like plastic pieces This is a sensor that I keep selling for $24.95. I don't even know what it does, but it had the part number. It was new, and I have like probably a good 20 of these left. So anyways, these that was like a nice little honey hole that just keeps giving back. This is a gyro or gyro helmet protector. It's just a case for your bicycle helmet. It zips all the way in half, and it has this nice little vent on the bottom to air out your helmet, and that sold for $32.95. I picked it up for $6 at Goodwill. Everybody says look for Starbucks mugs. I found a Pete's coffee mug, which Pete's is pretty popular here in the Bay Area. I believe it started in, and so I picked this one up for 50 cents and ended up selling it for $19.95. So you know, it had some, you can tell it's been used, but still, you know, in decent shape. So there you go. Oh, this little guy, the Toy Story Slinky Dog. This was at a garage sale in the free box. So he was in there along with big stuffed Dumbo that I haven't listed yet, and some other smaller toys, and they were just getting rid of them. So I put this on auction as an experiment. Whenever I get something for experiment with it. It only got 2 bids. It sold for $8, plus they paid shipping, so not bad for free. And I was very excited about this sale. I had heard months ago from a video or some podcast about people selling ties, and I found a whole bunch of ties at my local thrift store for like under $2, some were $1, and listed a bunch of them, and haven't had a single sale in like 9 months. And then finally this Giorgio Armani silk tie finally sold. I was so stoked about that. You know, not super great colors or bright, very subdued, but I'll take $29.95 any day for a $2 investment. And then here is another rugby shirt that I sold, Michael Collins whiskey. Really nice Irish whiskey shirt. Says the big fellow on the back, and has a nice patch on the chest here, near the shoulder. Sold to somebody in the UK, and I think, you know, because of the whole rugby World Cup that was going on there. So nice sell, $39.95 for probably a $4 investment. And then lastly, we picked up this Ralph Lauren bag, just a regular old tote bag, beach bag. It's got a nice leather strap on the top to kind of keep things in, and then it has these jute rope style handles for carrying it. I did take a best offer for $30 on this, so I think we only paid like $4 for it. So I guess anything with a Ralph Lauren logo is designed. So anyways, that was it as far as sales. Sales were okay. But for October, they're starting to pick up, and this will be our first fourth quarter, and we're looking forward to the you know, higher sales and that type of thing. But I guess the tip I wanted to tell you everybody is, I used to obsessively look at the items in my eBay store and look at how many watchers there were. And you know, I'd always wonder, oh well, there's like 12 watchers, why isn't anybody buying? And it seems like to me there's no correlation between watchers and buyers. So I sort of started not paying attention to watchers anymore, because you know, it was taking up a lot of time. And I just reached the 400 mark as far as items in my number of items in my store. and it takes a while to look at all those watchers, and I'm just like gonna go with it, and what sells, and I'm not gonna obsess over it anymore. So anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I will try to get videos out more frequently, and I hope everybody has a happy October. Until next time, we'll see you later.